Let's try to sketch a position of a tennis ball during a tennis match along the length of the tennis court as a function of time. So we will ignore the lateral movement of the ball and just look at one coordinate along the length of the court. And let's position the first player that serves the ball at the origin. So the second player will be at the length of the court, which is approximately 24 meters. When the first player serves the ball, the speed will be relatively high, which we will indicate by a relatively steep slope of this curve at the origin. Now, as the ball travels through the air, it's slowing down slightly because of the resistance of the air. So the slope will be decreasing slightly, and the curve will be concave down. Now, at some point in time, the ball will come into contact with the surface of the court, where the speed will actually slow down substantially by maybe 30 or 40% over a very short period of time, maybe on the order of a millisecond. So at this point, the slope will actually change substantially, essentially at one point in time. And then it will continue slowing down until it reaches the second player. At that moment, the second player will hit the ball in the opposite direction, so the speed will be again high, although the curve here will not be as steep as at the origin during the serve, right? Because during the serve, the speed should be higher than during the return. But then the ball again will be slowing down, although here the curve will be actually concave up, right? Because the ball is now traveling in the negative direction, so the slope will go from very negative, very large negative values to less negative values or smaller negative values. So the curve will be actually curving upward, so it will be concave up. And then at some point when the ball comes in contact with the surface of the court, the slope will change substantially by 30 or 40%, essentially at one point of time. And then it will continue slowing down, so the slope will continue increasing or decreasing in absolute value if you want to think about the speed until the ball reaches the second player. And then, of course, the same or similar pattern will continue as long as these two players continue hitting a ball back and forth to each other from their respective baselines.